What's up everybody, I'm Rossi and welcome to another Pokemon Unite video. In this video I'm going to show you how to play Mamoswine effectively in Pokemon Unite, what skills to pick and what items to choose. In this video I'll be using Icicle Grass High Horsepower combo and I'll make a separate video for the Earthquake and Ice Fang combo. Let's take a look. Mamoswine charges in with versatile ice attacks that can freeze opponents and leave them unable to move, and that's exactly what we want. In this build we are going to focus on throwing in some icicles and ramming them. So first, let's take a look at the item build I recommend you to use. Since Mamoswine is defender and super bulky, we are going to emphasize those aspects with our item build. The damage Mamoswine does is physical, so we can pretty much forget everything that boosts our special attack damage like Wise Glasses, Shell Bell and special attack specs. So the first item we are going to pick is going to be Focus Band. Focus Band will increase your defense and special defense and also make you recover health for a short time when you drop to low HP, so it gives you some bulk and allows you to survive longer in team fights. The second item we are going to use is Body Barrier. Body Barrier increases your HP and gives you and a nearby ally Pokemon with the lowest HP a shield equal to X% of their max HP, where X comes from the level of your Body Barrier, so level 1 Body Barrier will give you a 30% shield and level 20 will give you a 40% shield and so on. And the third item we are going to use is Rocky Helmet. It increases our health and defense, and when you receive a certain amount of damage, it will deal damage to nearby opposing Pokemon equal to X% of those Pokemon's max HP, where X is determined by your Rocky Helmet's level. You could also make a slightly more damage focused item build by switching Rocky Helmet to the new item Razor Claw that increases your basic attack damage after you have used a move, and since Mamoswine is melee, this attack will also decrease the movement speed of the enemy Pokemon for a short time. It also increases our attack damage and critical hit rate, but the real reason here is really the movement speed decrease. For the battle item you want to pick Eject Button. It allows for quick escaping when needed. So now we have our items, let's take a look at the skills. Mamoswine's passive ability is Thick Fat. Every time you deal damage, its defense and special defense are increased for a short time up to 3 times. When you use Ice Shard, Icicle Grass or Ice Fang, your next basic attack becomes a boosted attack, dealing increased damage. In addition, if any of these moves creates a freezing area of effect inside your goal zone, it decreases the goal scoring speed of opposing Pokemon inside that goal zone. Also, every third attack you make becomes boosted attack and freezes enemies. The level 1 skills are Ice Shard, which shoots 3 chunks of ice at an area, dealing damage and decreasing movement speed of enemies for a short time, and Tackle that makes you rush towards the designated direction, dealing damage and throwing enemies. And the first skill you should pick is Ice Shard. It helps you clear the first few neutral Pokemon faster. It can also deal nice amounts of damage in the early game. The level 6 skills are Icicle Crash and Ice Fang. Icicle Crash works similar to Ice Shard. It drops 3 icicles at an area, dealing damage and decreasing movement speed of enemies for a short time. The final icicle shatters after a set amount of time or when hit by your other move or boosted attack, dealing damage to enemy Pokemon and leaving them frozen. If the icicle is shattered by Tackle or High Horsepower, the ground is covered in ice, which increases your allies' movement speed. When this move is upgraded, the final icicle also stuns the enemy. Ice Fang makes you grab nearby enemy Pokemon, dealing damage to them and making them frozen. You can then throw the enemy to an area, dealing damage to the Pokemon you threw and also to any enemies in the area of effect where you threw the enemy and making them frozen for a short time. When this move is upgraded, the area of effect of the throw is increased. And from these skills for this build, we are going to pick Icicle Crash. It has quite a long range for a melee defender, allowing you to harass your opponents from afar or chase them down by throwing the icicle crash on your enemy's path to slow their movement speed. Remember your passive ability. After using this move, your next basic attack will be boosted attack because of your passive ability, meaning that it will break the final icicle, so you can actually just use this move right on top of you and break the final icicle when it appears with the boosted attack you got by using this move. The level 8 skills are High Horsepower and Earthquake. High Horsepower is like Tackle but better. It makes you rush to an area dealing damage and throwing enemies. You then stomp the ground, dealing damage to enemies again and stunning them. If the enemy Pokemon are frozen, this stomp will do increased damage. When this move is upgraded, it increases the speed of your rush and the length of the stun. Earthquake makes you leap to an area, dealing damage and pulling enemies closer to you. When this move is upgraded, it decreases the movement speed of enemy Pokemon for a short time when this move hits and increases the pulling effect. And from these skills we are going to pick High Horsepower. So your combo is going to be hitting enemies with Icicle Grass and then hitting the last icicle that stays standing with your High Horsepower. This makes the icicle explode, making the enemies frozen, and thus the stomp from your High Horsepower is now going to deal increased damage to the enemy because they are frozen. And the level 10 Unite move is Mammoth Mash. It makes you do a small jump to a designated location and you become immune to hindrances. You then repeatedly stomp the ground, dealing damage to enemy Pokemon in the area and decreasing their movement speed for a short time with each hit. The last hit throws enemy Pokemon. The activation jump from this Unite move is really short, so you should be in the middle of the action when you use this, since that jump also deals almost 1/3 of the total damage you are going to do with this move. So consider using Icicle Grass and High Horsepower combo to get yourself in the middle of the enemies and then activating your Unite move. Overall, Mamoswine is again a nice addition to the playable Pokemon roster. It's bulky, it's powerful, it has nice area of effect for its moves, and overall it's just a badass Pokemon. Definitely worth to try if you like playing Pokemon such as Snorlax, Garchomp or Machamp. And that's all there is to it. If you find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon Unite content. You can also support my channel by joining my Patreon or by purchasing a YouTube channel membership. That helps me out a lot. If you want to join my community, the link to my Discord server is in the description box down below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.